Hi folks, and welcome back to Math with Captain Rod. I'm making this video here to help demonstrate how to sketch graphs of parabolas. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take this equation here, y equals minus x squared minus 2x plus 5, and we're going to write it in its standard form, meaning that we're going to make it look like this, so that we can find the vertex h and k and sketch this bugger. Alright, so writing a parabola in its standard form generally involves completing the square. And the first thing to probably do here is take this 1. We're going to want to make this positive. Let's multiply everything by minus 1. So this is now going to read minus y equals x squared plus 2x minus 5. And you notice I left a little room here. And that's because what we're going to do is add a value there to make this a perfect square in our next line. So again, the idea behind completing the square is we're trying to make something like this look like x plus something the quantity squared. The something would have to be a 1, because when you FOIL this, the outer and inner terms have to give you 2x. But if this is a 1, the last term would be plus 1, and there's not a plus 1 here, but that's an easy fix. We can come over here and just go plus 1. Now if we add 1 here, we've got to take that into account somewhere else. One way to do that is maybe come over here and go minus 1. Now if we go plus 1 and then minus 1, we haven't changed anything. So our new line, we've got minus y equals x plus 1, the quantity squared. Let's see, and I guess that adds to minus 6. Pardon me. All right, one more quick step. We'll solve this for y. And here we go, we have our equation in standard form. All right, this tells us that this parabola opens down. If I compare x plus 1 to x minus h, I see that h is minus 1. And then I'll compare k to 6, so k is 6. So this tells us that the vertex is at the point minus 1, 6. So I'll go to my graph, minus 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, there's my vertex. Now, this parabola is going to be symmetric about x equals minus 1, and I also know that it opens down. Another good thing to have here would be the intercepts here, so the x-intercepts. So let's go ahead and set y equal to 0. And start solving for x. Let's see, it doesn't really matter where we do this. Let's go ahead and do this here. So we're going to have minus x squared minus 2x plus 5. And we'll go ahead and apply the quadratic formula here. Hopefully we remember that to find our values for x. X is going to be the opposite of b, plus or minus the square root of b squared. Now when you take negative 2 squared, you get 4. Minus 4 times a times c all over twice a. I'm going to run this one more time. So opposite of b would be 2, plus or minus the square root of, I usually just do this, negative 2 squared would be 4, minus 4 times a times c, and then all over twice a. Okay, so we've got 2 plus or minus the square root of, let's see, these are going to multiply to 20, plus 4 is 24, and then over negative 2. All right, so root 24 is not a nice, easy example. I think what I'll do is just get a couple of decimals out of this here. Let's see. This square root is approximately 4.89. Let's just use 4.9. So this is going to be 2 plus or minus 4.9 over negative 2. Let's get a couple of values here. Looks like about 3.45 for one of them. And 1.45 for the other. I'm going to double check that. I think I might have screwed that first one up. Let's see. 2 plus 4.9 equals, divide by negative 2. Negative 3.45. Yeah, I thought I screwed that up. All right. So Now that we have our intercepts, let's see, negative 3.45, 0, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that negative 3.45 is about there. 1.45 is about here. So that's enough. Now I can start sketching my parabola. This thing's looking something like this. I've drawn better, but I guess it's probably a little better than the last one. And again, the axis of symmetry for this parabola runs along this axis. The equation for that axis of symmetry is x equals, oh, where'd it go? -1. All right, so again, this is just meant to be an example here of sketching graphs of parabolas. I hope that this helped. Have a great day.